Sprout and Germans on the yellow side for now, but Keto, perhaps the strongest aim player, winning that aim duel against Borup. We're now looking at this B bomb site for an execute.
Well, yeah, this has just been a pure gamble out from Heroic. They finally found out the information that was needed for them. Down is going to run through the smoke, but is met by the P250 of Spitty. Already giving them a two-man advantage, but more importantly, they've taken so much control. They've managed to get right up into the faces of this CT side. Cadian just waiting patiently. Will be able to trade one back at least, and Keto keeping it in their favor. I don't really see a way that the CTs get back into this. Sure, they have a kit, but there's not that much time to play with. They need to find these kills very quickly. And already with Snappy going down, it leaves Cadian needing an ace if he's going to be able to take this pistol. Sprout, they've started strong, and all he can do is fall back and save the Kevlar and the kit. Round is going to be the tank for Cadian. It gives Borup the chance, but he's only going to get the one. Sneaking his way around the back already, knowing there's at least another man there. Cadian has everything to do, goes for the peek and does manage one. Still surviving within the site as the bomb ticks. Keto's going to be looking for it, but can't find the shot. And actually, Heroic are going to steal that round away. First onto the board for the Danes.
Good. Ace attack under pressure now.
Wow, no, does he manage to get 2 kills there? Blinded off initially. His teammate falls, but he's still standing. And he's actually caught a 3rd kill, even dropping the bomb to the deck. Leaving just Keto and Faven to try and turn this back, and it's not looking possible. It's left onto the young German to try and turn the tide. He hits the 2nd headshot with the SG looking for more, but Borup stops him before it gets dangerous.
It's going to be an interesting one. Triple stack on lower B for Heroic and Faven on the back of a flash assist. Gets a double opening. Okay.
This couldn't have gone worse for Heroic. They had a strategy there, but a single flashbang ruining it. Down's going to get caught as well. How does he get that kill? Gets finished off in the end, but even still, that's surprising. And now it's left onto Cadian. I wonder who's going to turn. There you go. I was about to say, one of them had to die.
Yeah.
It's going to be Cadian to at least get to hold on to that AWP, but in reality, even still, the money for Heroic is so bad. Losing 4 players to just pistols up to keep that stack going.
That's some quick maths.
There we go. Okay.
Smoke.
Unfortunately, he walked past Faven, who again is just looking to pad those stats. Runs out of bullets, though.
That's an AK, and they can hold the B bomb site with that. It all comes down to Cadian now.
Oh, he hasn't been in the position to use this AWP for the last few rounds. It's mainly just been saves coming in.
Perfect flash.
He's well placed though, and already he's going to be able to take down one. He's wary of players pushing him from behind, but the remaining 2 are both over towards Ivy. S-Tac rotating in, of course, no armor for him, so he can't afford to really take a bullet, but he drops the bomb instead. And now it's left all onto Searson. Looking to try and come in from behind. I think that should be absolutely perfect for S-Tag, and while yeah, I think he's definitely going to be impactful on the CT side without a doubt, but on this P side, is that a little bit tougher. This is going to get harder and harder by the second, especially with the spam through the smoke, as Snappy goes back for a little bit more. Enables him to double up that man advantage. Pearson needs to start hitting shots, and that's exactly what he does. First onto the board. Trade comes back from Cadian once again, though. He's been the lead in this story so far. The question is, can Faven and Searson hold on? The bomb ticked about halfway through. Faven falling down, manages just 1, but Searson has 3 players left to find. The first goes his way. And the bomb actually ticking quite fast now, just trying to use utility to gain that little bit of extra space. Can't quite connect the shot though, but have they got it just about?
2 guys close to Hop Dog and Main, making sure that the all-off pressure can not happen, but Searson once again, as I said, stepping into the fray, winning another off duel, but Cadian not hitting his shots, and now it's going to be hard. This is where Sprout needs to capitalize.
It's important that Snappy found that kill, but maybe not aware of how far his opponents actually made it out. The problem is, how does S-Tag actually escape here?
They can afford to throw 1 weapon away here, Sprout, but only 1.
Gaining quite a lot of space for his team. You've got to be careful that he doesn't manage to get that opening pick without any sort of response. They now know he's here. Can they do anything about it? Yes, Cadian is going to find that kill, but in the meantime, S-Tag will go down. Down again with the trade and keep things into the Danes' favor, at least for now. We almost have a standoff here. This smoke is going to be important. Both players realize it is Faven to get the kill. Favored in this scenario, but again, we just see this round go backwards and forwards. Only 2 remaining for the T's. Searson, one of them with the AWP, yet to really see too much in this round. And through the smoke they go. A 9-6 half in the favor of Heroic.
Heavy. Snappy's gonna jump out here towards the Olaf position, gonna cause a lot of confusion, and then the pressure comes onto Faven. The push comes through, but Borup has found 2 entries. Snappy actually stealing one away, and it's a 2v2.
Yeah, important kills coming in from Snappy. Spitty, I think he just about spotted Cadian, should be able to get the free kill on the round, but Cadian snaps back. Takes the head off once, can he do it one more time? No, he can't. Searson is gonna put both of them down in the end.
K47, interesting choice. We'll see how it plays out. Usually their 8 default includes Snappy standing in the back line, ready with the smokes, and then 3 players pushing out of A main, and it will be the double opening on the back of this flashbang coming in from Snappy. This is exactly what they want with this default.
Good start to the round. Faven only going to be able to trade 1 back. Actually, doing well with the AWP. He's found his 3rd in this round.
And Cadian's going to lock him down.
Yeah, so well placed. Another kill for the AWP, leaving Spitty alone, and in reality, this might just have to be the call for the save.
Wasn't there a SG on the ground that he could have picked up there?
I guess he doesn't know how close they are, so maybe a little bit wary for the sound cues. Bomb tick so far gone. Maybe going to try something a little bit sneaky. Actually gets the kill onto Cadian, so that's an AWP onto the floor and 1 retrieved at least. So again, making things costly for the T side.
Watch the bomb right now. The bomb is in the back of S-Tag. What does he do? They're going to go back. That's the call. That's the mid-round call to go back to A.
Such a risk. Almost both kills going the way, but Cadian, he survives on 1 HP, and that 1 HP is going to make all the difference. The bomb won't be stuck in the pop dog, one of the worst positions. They don't have a smoke for the bomb or anything, so it just has to be the firefights won, and unfortunately for them, Stown is going to make that MAC-10 work. A 2nd kill for him in this round, and Spitty has no choice but to try and save. So it's tough. Like, that's the depth that Heroic seem to have. Even Snappy at the bottom at the moment has started to step up. Cadian once again is going to be there to get that opener off the back of the AWP.
In the inner workings of the T main, Faven holding towards the back line. Smoked out. Anti-flash moves in. Searson taking the brunt of the damage. And the T side, they're just completely walking through Ivy. There's no focus anywhere else on the map.
A lot of time left, but they are going to be able to get that bomb on towards the site. Faven, he gets caught by the smoke fading. Cadian doubles up, and Dennis.
It's so unfortunate. But what Heroic do, they don't even know that he's in teammate. Let's see if Dennis can get one here. They don't even know he's there, but they still go for the ramp focus. Not the ramp focus. They're trying to push aggressively on Ivy. Stein is shutting that down. And it seems like Sprout are always 1 round behind with the right answer. But you just miss the timing every single time. And I think their answers and their ideas are correct, but they're just not hitting it right now.
Spitty once again is going to go down. This is looking like the beginning of the end, as the CT side with limited weaponry are going to have to try and take this B site back. And Searson are going to try and get back in. Dennis is going to go down. It's all left onto Searson. A 1v4 to try and save them in their map choice. He just doesn't have the time. He at least gets the first, but Dennis is going to be ready and waiting for this peak to come in. Flashbangs go over the top. Keto misses the shot, and that leaves an opening in the defense.
For those of you guys at home, if you're playing at a decent level yourselves, go download the demo. This T-Brown pistol strat is so easy to copy. Let's just see if S-Tag will get this one. So basically all you do is you throw a lurk smoke out of the apartments. It's going to be rolling. Good nade onto Faven. He'll be pressured back and on 57 HP. But Searson, nice shot from him. Taking out Cadian. Luckily for Sprout, they have 2 players on this bomb site, but they're both on the back end of it. That means these smokes and Molotov will be able to block them off. This is a standard angle to Molo, and they will do it. Faven hitting double shots though. The Molo actually not doing any damage.
He managed to find the sweet spot within it, and eventually it's going to be the round close.
Susan holding the apartment. Actually pushing far deep into the banana. Double entry on both sides of things. The duel is still going to be an advantage. It's going to be a straight save.
Yeah. When also it gives them that lack of information. It means that they have absolutely no idea where this push is going to be coming in. They do still have 3 defenders here. Already Dennis is going to be able to pick off one. The crossfire with Keto. There we go. He has woken up. Well, with the amount of money they still have in the bank, they are just going to opt to save their weapons. Hope to maybe take down one of the CTs, create some cost for Sprout, but should be keeping the double orb setup going. They've just got to be careful because Cadian is just homed in case anybody does go for an extra gun or two. I fear it will be fairly difficult to get through, but that first kill could be all they need. Leaves just one man really defending this Spitty. All he can hope to do is spam through the smoke, and he's left completely blind. Faven also being burnt out of the corner is going to go down to the flames. Spitty now again, it's looking like this might just have to be a save, and this seems to be the way this match is going. This is as cagey as it gets, like both teams. Cadian once again, oh, just a split second before, and he could have had 2.
S-Attack just eats 2 nades.
And he's playing a game of catch, but unfortunately not with a ball. Instead, Cadian's going to catch both players aggressing.
And now this problem is that you have 2 orbs remaining. Even though it's a 3v3, Faven has to hit the shot, and he will. Very nicely done. Can smoke himself off, play that solo B. Heroic is just aggressing through the smoke.
He's not missing at the moment. Faven again is just going to hold things down. A triple kill.
A flash could ruin his position or a peek, but he's ready for it.
Can he get away? That's the thing. They're going to look to hunt him down. He's still hitting the shots. And he leaves Spitty to try and buy time for the rotations, but we're up again. We spoke about the entries on train. He's managed it once more. Risky from Keto. He tries to do it all on his own. And again, he buys some time. He does a lot of damage. There's now a big possibility. Nade over the top is actually going to deny the bomb.
That's perfect. That is a 200 IQ nade.
The positioning wrong, but hits the timing perfectly. Dennis going to go down, and now it comes into the orb battle. Searson looking to get onto that bomb, knowing his opponent only has an AWP, and just trying to bait him in, but the knife isn't going to be going. Above him comes Searson, and he'll be clutching out the round. Well, yeah, 17 years of age. I can't say I'm not jealous.
Tag onto Essa. Searson to a wall there. I think that was just the corner onto Down.
But this is the chance for Sprout to really build into this CT side. We still expect it to lean in that direction. Incendiary going to go down, but it's a little bit late. Luckily, Dennis is there. Finally getting onto the scoreboard. Padding those stats versus the pistols. And Searson already going to be spotting out S-Tag. The thing is, from this point, without any damage done, well, 2 damage done.
Okay. I was about to say if Cadian gets a free op here.
It's still a possibility, because I don't think there's any reason for Faven to expect him to still be here, but, well, if you peekaboo right into his crosshair, that's going to make things just that little bit easier. Looking like the potential for a flawless round, and with only 20 seconds left, it's probably better for S-Tech to just die here. 6-5.
Because if they get this heroic, they're going to go for the A push, but now it's a 1-for-1 trade on that bomb side.
Ooh, the timing there a little bit off for Faven as well. The aggression starting to punish them as it's a missed shot from Keto. But the position already being taken. Searson again, though, he seems so good at just finding these trade frags back, as whether or not they're actually going to fight.
I think it's fair enough to go for it here. With so little amount of rounds left, I think they should go for it no matter what. They're going to try it, see if they can get the miracle. Cadian and the boys must know that this push is on now. One player in the clutch corner, Cadian. On the second box, the timer is ticking out. There's no time here for Searson. He just has to do as much damage to the economy as he can, and that's it. He gets the frag onto Cadian, the 2 other players are too far away. Money's not going to be an issue for Sprout for the rest of this first half.
Nothing really found Faven with the AWP back in his hands as well. I think that's a good scenario, and they're just barreling utility in that direction. I don't really blame them. It's been quite a common spot so far for Sprout. Actually, they're going for a bit of a re-peek. Risky one at that.
He has to get lucky now and get the correct fight.
And there's a crossfire in the AWP watching the angle. It shouldn't be much of a chance for him to get back. Smoke might give him the battle, actually hits the shot through, and he is going to find that first pick and the bomb into the corner. There's a possibility here. He's just going to try and hold that defusal. Cadian looking to come round, and he'll finish him with the deagle. It is going to be the half taken by Heroic, 8-7. They go into this T-side pistol as we're going to have an all-out battle on this banana position. Snappy blinded out. Faven already going to be getting the opener and the second as well alongside those flashbangs. But there's still two men within this site, S-Tag and Cadian. Just waiting for the push to come in, looking for these players already. Managing to find out one, a second and a third. Quickly coming, Cadian with the triple kill. Looking to close the round, and he'll find it at that. He is performing to the max at the moment. The man truly stepping up in the grand final.
Oh, the Molotov.
Here we go, an aggressive play forward. There's so many players here for the CT side once again. Stepping things up, but again, it's going to be Faven to get a double entry. Now they double back towards S-Tag, who's able to get one. The flashbang's just a little bit too late. Going to try and retrieve that weapon. Searson just waiting. Any sort of sound could give it away. S-Tag almost gets the kill onto Dennis, but he's still standing.
Smoke on the bomb and then trying to take the duels, I think, is the name of the game, but Dennis is in a perfect position.
Yeah, Searson as well, just holding that crossfire, making things very difficult. And Cadian, with so many players still to kill, just wants to get that one and then get out of there. Damaging the economy.
Two pistols, an AWP on Cadian, and then the dropped over gun, as you said, is going to go to Borup. Oh, the jump. That messed the whole thing up. Gonna try to retake the AWP, but actually Snappy will just get it just in time. And what is this now actually able to get out with a frag? And we talked about Snappy's ability with the AWP. It's been a while, but he's still pretty decent with this weapon.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the pick back as well, an important one of that. No trade available.
Now they're going to play 2-1.
This is the shot, and this actually gives some space over to Searson, but I wonder if he's just going to be selling the fake. The remaining players, they are going to start making their way forward into his direction, and look how far forward Searson's actually managed to get, but he doesn't expect Barup.
Which in this situation is the right call, but a hard one to make. But he has found another one. Just like DJ Khaled. And Snappy's just on point.
Dennis hoping that he can clear some of the other angles before having to fight versus Snappy. The problem is, he's only got 15 seconds. I think he may even just have to fall into a save here. Going to be spotting for Barup. No, he's around the angle, wins that battle at least, but with 10 HP. I don't think there's anything he can do here, and well, Snappy knows it as well. Just going to try and hide within the corner. The CT side don't really have anything that they can throw at him, so Dennis likely to just be able to save. Cadian just going to be waiting, but he walks away. The flashbang's good. He is just about going to be able to get around the corner, though. Some counter utility, a lot, in fact. Double smoke thrown down, but the nades have done so much damage. 3 players tagged up as they try to make their way out of the apartments. One of them will fall. Trade at least back around the arch side, which does leave an opening, but the remainder are all trying to push their way through short.
They can't get through right now.
I like this from the T's. Reset your position.
Yeah, they should just get the hell out of there. They're actually not even going to take the chance. They're saying
they're going to need him to re-enter the server in a big way. And speaking of that, Sound's going to go pushing.
So the terrorists have to run through it with 40 seconds to go. And there we go. That's exactly what it is. It's going to be extinguished by the smoke.
Snappy almost caught, but he is going to survive. He's now the only defender and actually falls. A couple of good entries coming in for the remaining players of Sprout. You can see still some utility to be expended.
Here comes the flashbang.
Flashbang can be thrown in to give some space. Nice shot from S-Tag, leaves it all on Taquito. This would be the moment for him to go nuclear, but already tagged so low. 26 HP is all he's got. Misses the initial shot. That was the chance. And now forced into the corner. Molotov going through, and Cadian just one-taps him with the P250. Some of the earlier days from Furia as well, but we'll see if this is going to be the moment for Heroic. This round at least should be a fairly simplistic one, although Faven's still able to get entries into that B site, even with just a deagle. It has to be a safer play. Molotov going over, lots of nades being thrown in. Faven just waiting in the smoke, and Snappy just sprays through it. Ridiculous stuff, just looking to close this down. Dennis trying his hardest, but he's not going to be able to do anything, and they're just 1 round away from that trophy. They need 6 rounds in a row. That's a good start. If they can finish it here, it would be the story sold, and already Sound is going to be spraying down one. Cadian looking for a little bit more, but he doesn't manage the shot. Has to get back around the corner. he's not actually changed his gaze at all. He's got to be very careful because they are going to be wrapping him behind him. He's left on the site and Spitty's going to finish him off without any response.
All right, that's the save. That's the round for Sprout. They're still in this double digits now.
The charge 23-7. He has been phenomenal throughout this grand final. The star of the show. Can he continue here? Yes, it's going to be the first kill going his way. Spitty is dropped and down again, spraying through the smoke, doing so much damage. Almost closes out Faven. Even gets around the corner without falling either.
And they're very happy with this right now. Very happy with this.
In the meantime, we are going to have the presence of the T's edging their way in towards this A site, looking for the setup. Weapon's going to be juggled around. It'll be Searson taking that AK-47 on the low player of Faven with the AWP. Stappy only with a UMP could be a bit of a detriment, as this arch control has been something that has been fought for multiple times. He's going to be sat there ready and waiting, even looking for the timing, but almost gets caught out, looks for the spray and doesn't get anything. He does a lot of damage, but it's not the kills that were needed. This time it's looking like they are just going to wrap back around.
They're both in pit right now. Both CTs in pit.
They're actually going to go for a boost as well. Barup, the nade, lands right near his opponent. Already managing to get that first kill. Spots the second. The spray down's in as well. It's left just on to Searson and Faven to try and hold on. And Faven, he's actually managed to catch one with the AWP in middle. Switching over to the right. We're trying to clear the pit, but he fails. It's left on to Searson to try and save them in the grand final. And he's not going to do